podcast, guys. Listen, our main host here tonight cannot be here tonight, so Pete's Sports Desk is taking over tonight. Shout out to my boys, that guy Josh, Mullet Man, and we have a special guest in Detroit's finest. And shout out to Funko. And guys, if you guys want our beautiful faces, on a Funko, go buy it. You guys will get 10% off, so you guys will only be paying $20 for our beautiful faces. Also, guys, if you guys like to bet, go use any of our names for Underdog Fantasy. So Pete Sports Desk, that guy Josh, or Mullet Man.
Mullet Man.
So,
All right, there we go. Now I can hear y'all.
all right,
Hey, we got
perfect.
a lot of sports going on now. We got NBA playoffs. We got NHL playoffs. We got women's NBA starting tonight. A whole lot of sports.
And okay, guys, the first story I have in the wide world of sports is that Jared Goff signed a 4-year, $212 million deal, which is insane. So, do you guys think he got underpaid, overpaid, or just right?
We talking about Jared Goff?
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff?
I think Jared Goff's his manager or whatever needs to be in the Hall of Fame for what he did to the Lions. Okay,
What's up, Chad?
He
What's up,
just-
guys? Welcome in.
he just fleeced.
No.
He just fleeced the crap out of Detroit.
Listen,
170 of that's guaranteed. Like,
You got to keep in mind, you're talking about a guy who's leading top 5 in most statistical categories in football in the last 2 years, which is the Lions coming along. And one of the major flaws that people keep pointing out is, well, he's not great under the blitz. He folds under pressure. The guy has the second passing touchdowns when he's facing the blitz.
very true.
Nice.
He's taken a team that was full of rookie wide receivers and tight ends. So Laporta, DPJ, who's unproven, Jameson, who's in his second year but didn't get to start his first year. He's taken these guys to an NFC championship game, something that Stafford couldn't do with the likes of Megatron, Golden Tate, Marvin Jones Jr. The wide receivers that team had versus where we're at now, complete underwhelming when you put them side by side. And Goff has been able to take these guys and do something that the Lions have never done. I think that the contract is perfect, and here's the reason why. The cap space is increasing. So I think that this contract we're seeing now, a lot of people are like, holy heck, it's crazy. I think when Burrow and them guys come up to get their contract extension, you're going to be talking about $60 million a year.
Well, Burrow's already got his.
And also per year, Jared Goff is actually the second highest paid quarterback now.
$53 million a year.
Yeah,
But if you-
$53.3 million a year.
But if you look
To
at
be
that,
fair.
though, did we said the same thing with Patrick Mahomes? He got paid this much money, but now look, he's like one of the top, like he's like 10th or 11th on the highest paid list now. So basically, every time you pay someone higher, there's going to be other people top that in the future, and it's just going it's going to look better in the future.
You guys.
But my only concern with that is what are they doing? Like I thought Hendon Hooker was the next quarterback after Detroit after the Jared Goff contract was over.
I mean,
I think-
Detroit. Do you have anything to say about like Hendon Hooker and Jared Goff?
Yeah. So, like, now, if y'all know me with as long as I've rocked with everybody in here, we talked about this actually midway through the season last year. I was very excited with the Hendon Hooker pickup 2 years ago. We picked him up in the draft. I thought it was a good guy to ride behind Goff. And I think that there might have been a plan in place to say that if the Lions didn't do what they were expected to do, win the NFC North, win a playoff game, that was the expectation, right? I I think there might have been a plan in place that was for him to essentially come up and take over that spot. But with the fact, oh, am I still here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still here.
Yeah.
I hit a
You're
lag.
good?
Yeah, everything on my screen is flashing. I want to make sure that you guys can still hear me though.
Oh no, we can still hear it
All right.
perfectly fine. Sorry guys for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So I'm thinking, in my opinion, there might have been a plan set in place for him to lead the team. But with the fact that Goff did what he was supposed to do, being a league leader in several stats, and at one point even running for the MVP. Oh, Lord have mercy, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
Give me-
now, guys, the second,
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna come back up, and make sure I got no background going on the phone. Just give me a second.
you're good. You're good. Just take your time. So, guys, the second story that we got for this podcast is a update on these NBA playoffs. Like,
Oh wait,
it
Pete, you
is.
forgot the last part of that. Who we think's gonna be the next?
Oh, and guys, who do you guys think? Thank you, Josh. Who do you guys think is going to be the second player to get a massive contract, just like Jared Goff? And is it going to be a perfect? Is it going to be an overpay, or is it going to be a underpay, perfect pay, or overpay?
I hate to say it because I'm a Miami fan, but I think Tua is going to get paid, even though I think we should just let him play it out and
Mhm.
and pay him next off season. But I feel like they're pushing to get him paid so they can get more cap space, so they can work with that. But yeah, I think Tua is going to be the next one to get paid, and I'm hoping it's not more than $200 million a year.
Okay. Detroit. Who do you think is going to be like the next player to get a big contract?
Tua for sure.
And do you think it's going to be overpay, underpay, or just right on his contract?
I think with the fact that Goff is going to set it. So here's my opinion. Goff's contract is going to set a narrative for quarterbacks going forward. I'm just saying. Like, I think these guys are going to start making upward to 60, especially, like I said, there was a cap increase. I would not be surprised if Tua hits 60 mil. I would not. 60 mil a year would not surprise me.
But also on top of that, I just think like basically with Jared Goff, with Tua, it's just gonna keep going up and up and up. Like, it's just gonna keep going up and up and up. Like, it's not gonna be something small.
Right.
Right now, guys, we are literally talking about players who we think is gonna get paid big time next, and how much will be getting paid, or do you think it's gonna be overpay, underpay, or just right?
And we missed one more person that got paid yesterday.
Who got paid yesterday?
Antoine Winfield Jr. He became the highest paid safety in
yeah,
NFL history.
4 years. What is it? 4 years, 78
4 years,
mil?
4 years, like 84 million, I think.
84. Yeah. I wish one of our men were here so we can talk about Antoine Winfield. Do you guys think that's overpay, underpay, or just right?
I think it's a crazy pay. I think it's crazy pay for position wise. I mean, I didn't watch him too much. But like I said, I think the contracts that are coming out are I think they're great for just football in general. Like I said, with the increase in cap space, you're going to see these guys getting more money. That's just a guarantee. I think it's a perfect contract.
I do too. And Chad, I do agree with you. If we make it past the first round of the playoffs and we win our division, he deserves whatever we give him.
I know, because you guys literally just have to get by those Buffalo Bills.
The Bills, man, the Bills, if we're talking football, you look at the step that the Bills took, the Bills might have honestly taken the biggest step backwards this year.
Whoa, that's a big hot take. That's a big hot take.
I feel like the Bills in free agency, they didn't do anything. A lot of players went a lot of places. The draft was kind of I just feel like the Bills are kind of. I don't know. I feel like the Bills are going to take a step back this year. I really do. I feel like the Bills will be a team that takes a step back this year.
Okay. Josh, do you have like any teams that may take a big step back or step forward or?
I don't know. It's the one team I keep thinking of is Arizona Cardinals. For some reason, I think they're going to do better this year because now they got a true number one wide receiver, Marvin Harrison. They drafted a good running back. They drafted defense, which they were hurting for last year. I think they go from at least. I think they had 4 wins last year. I think they get like 7 or 8 at least this year.
Okay.
I got you one too. I got you a good one.
What's up?
And this hurts my soul to say, but there's a team that makes me nervous, and it's the Bears.
That's
Yeah,
what I was going to be about this.
The Bears, yeah. No, you look at it, man. Listen, the thing about the Bears is there was no O-line. There was no true established wide receiving core there. The running back core was decent, but it wasn't what they needed it to be. The defense was good. They had a good defense last year. Like, the defense was not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. And you went out, you got your quarterback, hopefully your future quarterback there in Chicago. You went out and you picked up wide receiver out of the Chargers. No, the Chargers wide receiver, the other one y'all picked up.
Keenan.
Yeah, y'all went and got Keenan Allen. So now you're rocking with arguably and this is arguable, but you guys have one of the best wide receiving cores in the league right now. You have 2 guys that easily could be wide receiver 1, plus one of the best wide receivers coming out of the draft. And not to mention, you guys just went and picked up a really reliable running back in Swift when he's healthy. Your franchise quarterback, and I know they didn't do a whole lot on the offensive line, but I think they picked up enough to really start revitalizing their offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears could be a very scary team this year. The Bears could be a very scary 10-plus win team this year.
Also, another thing is, the dude that we got out of Yale was actually, he's actually very underrated, and he's actually really, really, really good.
Now, Pete, I love you, but I'm not saying you're going to beat the Lions. We're sweeping you this year. But
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because we almost beat you both games if we didn't have that collapse in Detroit.
You did. I mean, yeah, I thought for sure. I remember messaging you the first Bears game, and we have receipts. I said, "Good game, you guys won," and then you were like, "We're going to screw it up." You said, we're going to screw this up.
We did like always. We did.
But no, always. Man, the Bears, the Commanders, the Bears, Commanders, and Josh touched on it. The Cardinals, they made amazing plays in the offseason and the draft. I think those are going to be 3 teams that are going to make a leap forward. And I think the NFC North, and call me crazy, but I think the NFC North is about to be your most improved. Minnesota, I have a feeling, is going to be really good. The Packers are going to be competitive. I think the Bears are going to scare some people this year. And the Lions, they're already there. So I think the NFC North is not it's not going to be a runaway this year. I still have the Lions winning it. That could be a little bias on my part, but it's definitely going to be a competition in the NFC North. I'm going to keep that on.
Yes, it is. You guys ready to move on to the next topic, actually?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
If I can touch back with you real quick, Pete, because my service went out on the golf thing. My thing about golf, and the reason that I think the contract is well-deserved, is because of the fact Calvin, when Stafford played, and a lot of people don't remember this, when they had Levy and Hand and they had Big Play Slay, and they had that really hungry defensive line led by Ndamukong Suh. They had a top 5 defense, along with Matt Stafford, Reggie Bush, Calvin Johnson, Golden Tate. I think it was Eric Ebron, which was kind of eh. But you had a team right there that was more than capable of pushing a Super Bowl. And the coaching was never there for Detroit, so I don't hold that over Stafford's head. I got nothing but love and admiration for Matt Stafford. You guys know that. But at the end of the day, when I look at that team that he had around him and the fact that they were not able to do anything with it, and then I look at Jared Goff being put in a situation where he was sent for essentially the end of his career. Everybody, every analyst, every fan said this was Jared Goff. That was it. It was it for Jared Goff. He was going to Detroit. They were going to get the quarterback, pay him the contract, and he was gone. They gave him the ropes. They said, hey, the reins. They said, hey, you're going to lead this team. And so for me, he did that with a guy in Amon-Ra St. Brown who's been, he was like a 4th-round draft pick. He was never supposed to be that guy. He's done that with a rookie running back under Jahmyr Gibbs. He's done that with a rookie tight end under Laporta. And then everybody else is kind of questionable, right? Like Khalif Raymond, we know he's decent. We know DPJ can be decent. We got rid of Josh Reynolds, but Josh Reynolds has always been reliable no matter where he's been, whether it was over for the Rams or with the Lions. And then we had, Jamo, who was a big question mark because he didn't even play his first year coming off injury in Alabama. But when you look at the fact that they gave Goff nothing but essentially rookies and what ifs outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you guys seen how bad our defense was. For them to go that far with a statistically 27th worst defense in football, I think it speaks volumes to what Jared Goff has been able to do in Detroit. I think the contract was a little overpaid. I was thinking 48, 49 mil. And I was thinking about maybe 110 mil on 2 years because I didn't think they'd stretch a 4-year contract. But I still think the contract is deserved. You're talking about a guy who came to Detroit and in 3 years he won a playoff game. Not only won a playoff game, but was this close to taking this team to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And had it not been for a full defensive collapse as well as bad management by Dan Campbell, we could be having a different conversation right now about that Super Bowl.
Easily. So, Mullet Man, I know you weren't here, but we actually brought up the Antoine Winfield extension. How do you feel about that signing? And,
it's great.
And do you think it's an overpay, underpay, or do you think it's just right?
Well, first of all, it's well deserved.
Mm-hmm. You're good. Take your time.
Speak for Zach. I think it was a solid contract for Antoine. I think they got their guy, Antoine.
Okay. I'm just waiting on his response because he's having background noise. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties. Sorry, guys. Listen, I just want to thank everybody that's in the chat right now for being here tonight, supporting us, and we're just waiting on Mullet Man right now. I guess he's having some problems right now. You know what? We'll actually go back to the Antoine Winfield thing. So
cool.
So with
there we go.
I'll see you back.
Yeah, I'm good now.
All right. So so how do you feel about that contract? Do you think it's underpay, right pay, or overpay?
No, it's the right pay for him, and there's he got what he deserves. Winfield's been like a really good safety in the league, in my opinion, the best safety in the league. I don't think there's anybody that touches him in the league better. He's the best safety.
You're not bro. So
I'm being serious. Go look at his
you're
stats.
Basically talking about. Listen, first of all, so you're basically saying he's better than Derwin James.
Yes.
You're saying he's better than Del Pitt. You're saying that he's better than
Grant Delpit doesn't even come near him.
There's an argument. There's an argument to be named. There's an argument that can be named, but I mean, he definitely is an elite tier safety. He is an elite tier caliber guy. So, I mean, I can agree with Zach. That's an argument that can be made. That's just like me and golf. I think he's a top 5 QB in the league right now. Statistically, a lot of people don't, but
okay,
it's part of it.
Okay,
we still own them Buccaneers, though. I just want you to know that.
Hey, we're getting you back this year.
All right, guys. Moving on to the second story of Wide World of Sports, and it's basically an update on the NBA playoffs. And basically going off the East, basically Celtics and Cavs, it's 3-1 Celtics. And the Pacers and Knicks are 2-2. And then we have the Nuggets and Timberwolves 2-2. But then we also, personally, I think Personally, I think it should have been 3-1, but we couldn't shoot 3 throws to save our lives. So basically, Dallas and OKC are 2-2. So what is your guys' prediction on all those series, and who do you guys think is going to win both of those? I mean, all 4 of those series.
I'll go
I
ahead.
think. Yeah, go ahead.
Hit it first. Celtics are going to beat the Cavs. They're going
Yeah.
gentlemen sweep them. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing though, with the Knicks and Pacers series, both those teams are very banged up right now, like extremely banged up. So whoever goes against Boston, I feel like is going to get beat.
I actually think it's completely false. I actually, sorry to cut you off, Detroit, but listen, I love the Pacers because I live in Indiana, but I love my Chicago team too. But I just think the Knicks will actually play will play the Knicks, and the Knicks will beat them in 7.
Yeah, I want the Knicks to win that series.
I'm going for the Pacers or the Knicks, only because I want to see. I think it'd be cool for the Pacers to win because we've not seen them in that situation. I think the Nuggets win it all, personally, but I would like to see the Pacers go all the way.
Okay. Mullet Man?
I totally agree, but please, I don't care who wins the Pacers or Knicks series. I just want one of them teams to bounce the Celtics.
I know.
Like, please,
Same.
please. Hey, if Cleveland can, by some miracle, just do a reverse sweep, for us, then we'll be happy. But it's not happening. Okay,
No,
I'm
it's
going to be
not
realistic.
happening.
It's not happening.
It's not
But
happening.
let's
Yeah.
have the Pacers beat the Knicks, because I think the Pacers are a better team in my opinion. They're better than the Knicks. Let's have the Pacers move on. Let's knock the Knicks out with the Pacers. And then, the Nuggets are repeating. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I got to agree. I think the Nuggets are winning it all. I would really like to see the Pacers win it all. Honestly, I just want to see a team do it that's not done it. And I don't remember the last time I even seen the Pacers that competitive. So
yeah,
dude.
So
personally, the last time they were that competitive was with David West, Roy Hibbert, Lance Stevenson,
and Paul
George when he was number 23.
Oh,
so what I'm hearing though is that the Pacers have as much of a shot as beating the Nuggets as the Bucks did of beating the Lions.
Hey now,
firing shots. So,
but no, I do.
I want to see the underdog. I want to see the underdog. I don't know about you guys, but I really want to see the underdog. The Nuggets are obviously the prime favorite. I think the Nuggets win it all, but I think I'm rooting for the Pacers. Let's go Pacers. So
yeah, let's go Pacers.
There's something about the Nuggets I just don't. I want the Minnesota Timberwolves to win because I don't know. It's just something about the Timberwolves team I like. They play defense.
Have the Timberwolves ever won?
No.
Have the Timberwolves ever won a finals?
Nope.
Nope. They have
never in their history. Never in their history. But personally, I think with that series, it's basically over. Especially if the Nuggets win tonight, it's basically over.
Yeah, it's over.
No,
because
it's going to be very hard to come back and beat them in 3.
Because all the momentum was with the Timberwolves going back home for 2 games, and they lose both at home. Now it's 2-2, and Denver's going back home to play.
Pete, and here's the thing is I know why you would the Nuggets and Mavs. So when you want Luka versus
Jokic. I want Luka versus Jokic, baby.
Do you know how many families that would feed?
Bro, you know how many families Shea versus Anthony Edwards would feed?
Screw SGA, okay?
Thank you. Screw it.
Listen, SGA can go get in the freaking dumpster behind the arena for all I care, okay?
But okay, guys, let's move on to the next story. I know we kind of skipped over the wide world of sports a little bit, but one of the big stories that's in international play right now is that the best soccer player in the world right now, possibly Kylian Mbappe, is leaving PSG.
Who?
Mbappe, he's basically that 20-year-old that plays for France. The one that's really good. The one that basically scored the hat trick against Messi, but lost. Where do you guys think he possibly ends up, Mbappe?
I don't know much about soccer, so I'm about to.
Yeah, soccer's a hard one for me, man.
I personally think that he ends up and goes and plays for his childhood favorite team, Real Madrid. Real Madrid. He goes and plays in Spain for Real Madrid because that team is so young, and they have the money to sign him, which is crazy.
100% they do.
So, okay, the third story that I got for us.
I'll tell you where I want Mbappe to go. I want him to come join my team and enter Miami.
Dude, listen.
Thank you, Inter
Please.
Miami. Oh, Messi and Mbappe. Oh my god.
Okay. I guess coming from Tuto, I guess he already has a deal with Real Madrid.
Of course he does.
So he's going to Real. But also, Zach, did you hear who's possibly coming to Inter Miami?
Who?
Di Maria. Also, the rumor is Luka Modric from
Oh,
Real Madrid.
hey, my Inter Miami, y'all better get them boys. Come on, we're trying to win. We're trying to win out here.
Bro, the MLS, the Inter Miami is going to be the best team in the MLS. Marty calling.
Hey, if we get them two players, we gonna be the best. Ain't nobody touching us.
I mean, listen. I'm actually going to the Chicago Fire versus Inter Miami game.
Oh,
So I'm hoping Messi plays because of international play, but I'm hoping he does win.
yeah.
I'm hoping he does play too. But okay, moving on to the third story that we got for the podcast is basically going to be so did you guys hear the story about the what is it called? Inter Miami can't both due to rules. I'm missing his. Okay. Basically, did you guys hear the final ruling on the John Gruden thing?
Yeah, I seen it earlier.
I heard
basically he cannot sue the NFL. And how do you guys feel about that whole situation?
I don't really know. I know what I heard. He was suing him about something that happened before he was the head coach of the Raiders.
Yeah, well, what he was suing them for was for what? Wrongful termination, I believe it was.
Yes, wrongful termination. You're correct.
Yeah, so I don't think like he got wrongfully terminated and everything. He just needs to go on about his life, honestly, and just leave the NFL alone.
Okay. Josh, how do you feel about that whole thing?
I think he just needs to do what's nice to basically just leave. You had a good coaching career. Go ahead, retire.
You're good. I'm gonna bring Detroit back in and see how he feels about the whole John Gruden thing. Detroit, you're good. You're good. We can see you.
No, I had a little one come in and ask me a question. No, I think he just needs to walk away.
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, through the years, Gruden is on and off the field. There's been a lot of scrutiny that's come with his name. And I just, I don't know, man. I don't think he's good for the NFL. I think that he needs to just go off in the sunset, go do his thing, go about his business.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay. So, the fourth thing that I got for the Wide World of Sports is the Detroit Pistons losing the NBA draft lottery. And they had
But man, it ain't gonna matter. Listen, it's not gonna matter anyways. I don't care if we have the number 1 pick or the number 5 pick. Okay, we passed up on Dwayne Wade. We passed up on so many good players in the past. Then it won't matter. It won't matter anyways. All right.
Man.
The Pistons had their fun in 04, and that's it. The Detroit Lions and Michigan Wolverines sacrificed every other Detroit team so that they could be good. That's all there is to it. Detroit sports is dead. It's dead.
Whoa,
Yep.
man, this is coming from a true Detroit fan.
Hey,
Just
isn't the
bash
Tigers
his
isn't the
NBA
Tigers
team.
doing good this year? I mean, I thought the Tigers were doing good this year.
The Tigers are like 20-20. Yeah.
So that's average for them. Okay.
Yeah, it's average.
No, that's good for them. What are you talking about?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
But by the
Um,
time this season, they're usually like they're way down.
yeah. So who do you think? And with that, the Atlanta Hawks won the NBA draft lottery. Who do you guys think that they take at number 1?
Oh, hear me out.
It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged.
Hear me out. Now, hear me out. Now. I've been going over some scenarios in my head because I've been hearing a lot of rumors going around.
Mm-hmm.
I think they trade Trae Young to the Spurs for 4 and 8, and then they have 3 top 10 picks to rebuild with.
Oh,
They take Alex Sarr, Robert Dillingham, and then they take, I would say, Dalton Connect from Tennessee.
Okay.
I actually agree with that.
That's actually a good one.
Alex Sarr looks like the best player out of this draft because he basically, from what I've heard, he's like a mix of like Jarrett Jackson Jr., Wemby, and Bam Adebayo combined.
And guys, I hate to say this, but it looks like college basketball is not the route anymore. It's looking like international play is completely taking over the NBA.
Yeah, it is.
What you're seeing is a lot of these high school prospects, instead of going to college for a year and not because most of these high school prospects don't want to go to college anymore. They're going either overseas or they used to be able to go to the G League, but I don't know if they're able to do that no more because they just debanded the only G League team they had for the high school players.
Wait, what? They did?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
G League Ignite got it.
Did not know that. Did not know that. Thank you for bringing that in.
But yeah, I feel like it's either people go overseas now to make money to learn how to be a professional before hitting the professionals now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me touch something with you guys real quick because now, Pete, I know that we have. I know that you guys do a script and everything. We not a script, but we run through things that we're going to run through. So, like a script of the things we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I want to know. So, I want your guys' opinion on this. The Michigan Panthers, that kicker Jake Bates, who's been making international news. I don't know if you guys have heard a lot about him, but he is a kicker. He literally said like this kid did not kick a field goal since high school.
What?
Since high school and drilled a 64-yarder in like his first game.
Yep.
And he's been elite. He's been kicking on turf field, grass field, 50, 60-yarders left and right. So there's a big thing going on with him right now where they are essentially saying that he is once this season is over, that somebody in the NFL is going to be giving this kid a hefty contract.
Oh yeah, I've heard like 10 NFL teams are trying to get him to come to their team.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions.
I don't blame them, honestly. I seen the kid. He is freaking amazing.
Jake, and this kid, like I said, I want you to keep in mind, this kid, he's been featured on the Pat McAfee show several times. Isaac Punts, Destroying has mentioned him. This kid did not kick a field goal since high school.
That's crazy.
So I want to know your guys' opinions on him because like he plays his football at Ford Field. And a lot of people are saying the Lions are going to go for him. And personally, when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. We need a kicker. Detroit definitely needs a kicker.
Yes.
But I wanted to know your guy. I don't know if you've looked into him or anything, Pete, but I know you do a lot of researching on your sports. And this kid is someone to look into.
I really haven't done a lot of research on him. But after you guys talking about him, I might have to take a look on it. I may have to take a look on that.
Dude, I
Well,
kid you not. I kid you not. Didn't kick a field goal since high school.
Yeah.
First field goal, 64 yards.
But
Banked it.
also, do you want to know what's crazy about that though?
What?
Best kicker last year came from the USFL and XFL.
Brandon Aubrey.
Aubrey was
Well,
on a-
yeah, you know, a lot of these kickers too, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I was reading up that apparently a lot of these newer kickers in the NFL and UFL and stuff, they're actually coming from like Australia and New Zealand and
Soccer
soccer.
players.
Yeah,
Soccer player. Yep.
It's basically soccer players because if people remember, especially like if you guys played high school football,
Mm-hmm.
where would they get their kickers from? The soccer team.
Yep.
you know what's crazy? I don't even remember my kicker's name for my high school football team.
hey, here's the crazy thing. I played offensive line, defensive line, and I was a kicker.
Wow.
You know, I played linebacker and I played fullback.
I could
So
only kick
And
But
see,
here's
here's the crazy stat while we're on top of kickers and punters. Half of college football is punters. 50% of them are Australians.
Yeah,
yeah,
I did realize
But no.
that because the punter that the Bears drafted, what's his face? Taylor,
Yep.
he's Australian.
Yep, he's Australian, yeah.
He's Australian.
And Florida next year will have an Australian punter in the draft.
That's just
Oh yeah, what's it called? And also, Florida's getting somebody who's very controversial coming to the team.
who?
Cormani McLean.
Oh
yeah, yeah.
He is there on visit right now.
He's most like,
Oof.
but from what I've heard is they don't have enough scholarship to offer him, so he might have to walk off.
He's going to have to be a preferred walk-on.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Like someone explained this earlier. I've been watching YouTube videos and everything. Trust me, I do my homework on all of these guys that we're getting in.
Yeah, true.
If McLean does come in, this is kind of like a 1-year type of deal. You can do it like the NFL. This is a 1-year type thing. If he works out, then you give him that scholarship and everything. If he doesn't, you can let him walk.
See, here's my thing with that
Simple as
situation.
that.
I think in Colorado, he's from Florida. He's a Florida boy. He probably wasn't used to all the weather up there. I think you get him back down in Florida around
He's
people
homesick.
he knows. Yeah, around people he knows. He's gonna put the work in. He's gonna go to class. He's gonna do what you want him to do, and then eventually he'll be able to start. You'll be able to. I think by mid-season he'll be starting for y'all.
Yeah. And while we're on the college football subject, real quick, I got a story I want to bring up.
Yeah, what's up?
So we might have more realignment coming.
Oh no, what's going on?
The Kansas Jayhawks will be on the move
Where?
to the SEC.
Hey,
Are you serious?
I'm
Did you hear
being-
that?
Yes, I'm being-
Detroit.
hey,
Did you just hear that?
I did not.
That's going to be that you know what, man? They might just become the new Vanderbilt. Okay.
Hey,
That's what I'm-
hey, can I just say something real quick? Kansas, get it. You better win the big whatever conference you're in now, because you ain't winning it in the SEC, buddy.
Hey, I got breaking news. So you know what? Since we are, we do things. And listen, this is breaking news that broke about 2 hours ago. When we're talking college football, the Michigan Wolverines actually parted ways with assistant coach Denard Robinson. You guys may know him as Shoelace.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I do.
Was he the
know
one that
Denard.
got the DUI?
Former
OWI
quarterback and running back.
Yep.
No, he was a quarter. Oh my God, he was
So good.
He played with his shoes untied.
Hey, we
know.
already got one college game set up, and it's I don't know if it's big to like certain people, but I know it is a pretty huge one. Florida and Miami, 3:30 on ABC.
Ooh.
That 3:30 kickoff. We're gonna kick some hurricane rear end real quick and send them packing.
That's huge.
And for
Better
those
hope.
of you those of you who watch this video or who are watching with us now as we are streaming, if you do not know who Denard Robinson is, I advise you to go look up his highlights. He's also the
Facts.
last guy, I believe he's the last guy who covered an NCAA football game. He covered NCAA 14.
Yep, he did. He did. He was the last NCAA cover.
Facts.
Speaking, while we're on it, speaking NCAA football, we getting the cover reveals on Thursday.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, how about that beautiful, beautiful Donovan Edwards?
Well,
Gosh.
have you guys heard how much the price is going to be for the deluxe version? Because
Yeah,
it
it's
was
$100
leaked.
for it.
It's I thought it was 119 bucks.
It was
$150.
leaked by GameStop.
$150.
$150.
Yeah, for the Heisman edition.
So let me ask you guys.
I don't care.
Let me ask you guys, man, and I'm really thinking about this, right? Now, if you guys remember the way college football played versus Madden, when you were doing the Heisman run, and when you were doing the, my career and stuff,
Yeah.
and you had the prospecting and the scouting and all the different things that they had on that. I have a fear, and I genuinely have this fear that they are going to turn college football into Madden. And I'm terrified that they're going to turn it into like the Madden. I'm terrified that they're going to go heavy Madden on the new college football game, and I don't want that to happen.
So
I don't think
I
they do.
So I watched the interview with the developers of the game. They brought in the developers from College Football Revamp, and they brought some developers over from Madden over to this game. They're doing it on a completely different engine, basically. So it's going
good because I remember doing the mascot. I don't know if you guys ever played the one.
Yes, the mascot version.
Right,
You
that
sit
was
there and hit a juke and you do a side flip. That always had me laughing.
Yeah.
But hey,
What's
welcome in, boss man, to the Wake Up Sports podcast. Good to see you. Good to have you on, brother.
Nice to see you, buddy.
What's up, boys? What we doing tonight?
Nothing. We're just chilling and talking about football, soccer. We're about to actually bring up some MMA. It's going pretty good. The show's actually going really good right
so boss, I don't know if you heard, but I want your opinion because we were talking about everything tonight, but I brought up something that I wanted to ask you about anyways. How are you feeling about the Jake Bates situation, that Michigan Panthers UFL kicker that's drilling 65-yard field goals left and right, who has not kicked a field goal since high school?
It's fucking impressive, bro. He may be a top pick in the draft when he gets entered. I mean, hitting 65-yarders.
He doesn't even need to go in the draft. He doesn't even
hitting
need to go in the draft.
65-yarders, bro.
Bro, his first kick was a 64-yard bomb since high school. That's insane. But no, he won't be a draft. He will be straight up once the UFL concludes their season. Any NFL team that's interested can reach out to him and sign him. He already was waived by the Houston Texans at the beginning of this season. He was on their practice squad, apparently, and I did not know that.
All I got to say is, hey, 49ers, you need a kicker. Go get him.
Hey, listen, that's the beautiful thing is I'm really hoping because we need a kicker too in Detroit. Hey, you're already here. You're already playing at Ford Field with the Michigan Panthers. Stay around, buddy. Just come on over. We need you. Come on.
Hey, boss. I don't think the 49ers want to go with the Jake Rowdy game because you know their history with, Jake Moody, obviously. I don't think they want to go with another Jake kicker.
Oh, Lord.
Pouring salt on the wounds, why don't you, sir?
That's throwing shade. Love it.
Hey, at least my kicker won't shank a freaking game-winning field goal, okay? I don't have to worry about that.
I don't know if we have much room to talk as Bucs fans. We had Aguayo for a long fucking time. Nick Folk was going there fucking kicking strays all over the place.
Sure, we had Roberto Aguayo, but after him, we was chilling after Roberto.
I don't think.
I'd rather have an accurate quarterback than an accurate kicker, to be honest with you. I'm glad.
Well, listen, as a Lions fan, I think if we get Jake Bates, at least Dan Campbell will second think a fucking field goal. Well, maybe he'll be like, yeah, field goal's the answer.
Hey, boss, did you hear what I said about Kansas potentially joining the SEC?
Oh yeah.
So we need another Vanderbilt?
Man.
Okay.
That's the new Vanderbilt.
Yep, that's
all I
what
gotta
it
say
is.
about that, all I gotta say about that situation is we'll never have to hear Kansas talk about Kansas football ever again.
Oh my
That
God,
is
he's gonna
true.
switch up so fast.
He's gonna be quiet real quick.
Now, shout out Young Kansas though, because you know what?
Facts.
If you talking anything Kansas sports, all you got to do is talk to him.
That's your man right there for Kansas sports.
Young Kansas, man. Shout out to Kansas.
Man. But okay, guys. Next story that we're gonna go into is basically going to be about. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to pull it up. So with the NFL schedule coming out tomorrow, what game would you guys want to see go down, and which game will you be the most excited for?
I already know one of the Miami games for this year
versus the Bills. The first
Thursday
night game.
Yes, the first Thursday night game, week 2. I will most likely be at that game. So it's going to be a good game.
Okay. So, so what game?
I don't know about y'all, but week two, we get a matchup. We get Mr. Joe Burrow comes back to Burrowhead. He gets to face off against the Chiefs.
Yeah!
I'm looking forward to that one.
When you just say this way, the Chiefs
I'm looking forward to that one.
The Chiefs have the hardest 2 games to start the year. Ravens and then Bengals.
The Bengals.
Yeah, that is really rough.
These are some 2 really good games. I'm really excited just for NFL. Period.
Can we get New Orleans and Tampa week 1 so we can see Marshawn and Mike Evans go at it again? Come on, I'm trying to see that week 1, bro.
Me personally, I want to see Caleb Williams put a whooping on those cheeseheads Green Bay Packers because they deserve to get destroyed against the Bears.
I want to see that happen.
Caleb Williams put a whooping on them twice, and then see the Lions put a whooping on them twice, and see J.J. McCarthy put a whooping on them twice. Fuck the Packers. Pardon my French.
Facts.
No, that's fact.
So,
the game that I'm most excited for this season is the Lions hosting the Rams again. Primarily because I think that with the playoffs, it was very obviously we weren't going to be cheering for Matt Stafford. There wasn't going to be no homecoming for Matt Stafford going into the playoffs. But I do believe that when they do this game at home, I think that he's going to get a standing ovation.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
This may be his last go around too, Detroit. This may be the last game he plays in Detroit.
Yeah, and you guys know, man, like we've talked, and at the end of the day, if I got to go against a guy, you're not on the team anymore, you're a rival, and a lot of people were so upset with the way that he was treated when he came back to Detroit. That's a playoff game. 30 years of not winning. You guys really, people really thought we were going to cheer for Matt Stafford and hype him up. That's not going to happen. But I think in the regular season, I think it's going to be a little bit different. And I would like to see the Lions fans really give that man a standing ovation because he brought a lot to Detroit and he left a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in Detroit.
All right, guys. Next big. Wait, what? That was weird. But guys.
This Abby doing some crazy shit, man.
Yep. I know. Next big story that we got. I know a couple of these guys don't know a lot about MMA, but coming in pause. Some big news that just came out today. In September, Sean O'Malley will be fighting Merab Dvalishvili in the Sphere in Las Vegas. Which is crazy.
I didn't know the Sphere could host events like that.
Dog. Now, when it comes to UFC and MMA and Pride and all that stuff fighting, I was a huge fan of the Spider Silva. Outside of that, I ain't really paid too much attention to it now. But I have heard that Mr. Conor McGregor is going to be fighting again. So.
He is fighting Michael Chandler.
Fucking Matt Hughes, man. Back when it mattered. Now it's just everybody and their mama's fighting now, dude.
Matt Hughes, Georgia St. Pierre, Matt
I will
Serra.
say this. I don't know if Pete agrees with me, but the next star in the UFC is Bo Nickel.
Oh,
Yo, all I'm saying is I'm laying the challenge out. Any of them cats in the UFC want 3 rounds with me, all you got to do is call. I'm not answering the phone, but you can still call.
You can still call. Hey, Josh, no offense to dude that you mentioned. I don't know who he is, but if he has the first name Bo, that means he's not going to be successful.
Bo Nix is actually a 3-time Division I wrestler from Penn State. And
I thought Bo Nix played for Oregon.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, he plays for the Denver Mid Broncos now.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay. The final story of tonight.
Wait. Before we get the final story, I got a question real quick.
If we don't have anything else after. So with the WNBA season starting and with the views rocketing with Caitlin Clark, the girl from South Carolina and Brazil, Angel Reese, who else?
Yeah, shout out to Angel Reese. Shout out especially to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark because they have, in my opinion, they have really brought the women's college basketball and WNBA to the forefront.
No doubt. It's definitely Larry Bird, Magic Johnson 2.0, saving the league. They are saving the WNBA right now.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys know I'm not even a person, like y'all know I do not get into basketball too much. Not much for me to talk about. I'm a fucking Pistons fan. 2004 is my heydays. So, I have paid attention to a little bit with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And yeah, for sure. I'm up on those two. Now, I really hope that they really just bring that into the WNBA and they kill it, honestly.
Have you guys seen what the cheapest ticket is for the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky game?
I have not.
It's like $500-$600, I think.
Cheapest ticket is $250, which usually the average ticket is like $20 to $30.
Here's the
I was
thing,
gonna say I went and watched a WNBA game a few years back, and it was like $9 to get in. Like I was shocked.
Yeah.
Here's the biggest thing though, Pete. Like let's keep paying for these games to go watch these girls, so that their salary increases, so that they get what they deserve.
Sure.
Facts.
That's a big argument that people have is why is it that LeBron makes as much as a full women's basketball team, like the whole team in general?
Yeah.
And it's like because of views. You got to understand, like a lot of people, they do that complaint and they complain about the fact that WNBA players don't get paid more. But in order for them to get paid more, there's got to be revenue. There's got to be they got to be buying out arenas. They got to be buying out television views. They got to be buying out merchandise. These things are important in the sports world. And yeah, I stand on to second boss man's point. Keep supporting them, keep watching them, keep turning them on the TV, keep the recognition going for these gals so that we can see them get that increase that they deserve. Because I mean, yeah, they out there entertaining the masses too.
See, going off what you said, Detroit, I think here's what a big thing I think is the NBA is having to pay. Like I've heard, like the last few years, the women's NBA is in negative like money, so the NBA is having to like pay for them to stay, basically.
Damn.
I wouldn't honestly be surprised because, like I said, I had offers to go. I had it pop up on. I had a pop up on Facebook. It was an ad on Facebook that was advertising a WNBA game for as little as $8 a ticket, and I was like, "Wow, wow!" Like I mean, the little micro wrestling shows around here, the tickets go for more. That's insane.
Dude, micro wrestling is fun to watch.
Wow.
Because
the biggest thing here, this is what I want opinion on this from all y'all. Is I actually talked to Boston and Zach about this a few weeks ago when we was on the podcast. I think instead of doing like the Indiana Fever and all that, basically have like you get it to a point where you can have like all like how the NBA has 32 women NBA teams, right? Basically, they play before the NBA team does, and have an 82 game schedule as well. And I feel like that'll bring a lot more
Ooh.
people into it.
Ooh. Okay.
Did y'all see the breaking news that just happened? The Buffalo Bills just released their full roster. Curtis Samuel is wide receiver 1. Keon Coleman is wide receiver 2, and Khalil Shakur is wide receiver 3. So
And
everything
wide
Wonderful was saying ain't fucking happening.
Nope.
Oh.
Wait,
man.
who did he say was gonna be wide receiver 1?
Curtis.
Wonderful said
I-
Khalil Shakur was going to be wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
And then they just signed MVS too.
Hey, did
Mhm.
y'all see the deal that Jason Kelsey got with ESPN?
I did
I
see
did
that. I
Yes.
did see that.
Yes, he is going to be in the booth.
Yep,
He
and
is
he'll
gonna
be
be in-
participating for the Super Bowl in 2027, I believe, in Los Angeles.
Bro, this is what I love about football in general is you got people like Tom Brady coming into broadcasting. You got Jason Kelsey. I could see a few more people joining after they retire, like Travis Kelsey. I could see him doing it. I could see a few other like you know how Eli and Peyton Manning have their own show right now. I could see a point where when Travis retires, they do a Travis and Jason watch along for the Monday Night Football
I can
as well.
see that. I can totally
Do you
see
think
that.
there'll be any shots between Tom Brady and Khalil
Oh, you
Shakur
kn-
and
you,
Jason
100
Kelsey throwing
100%.
shots at each other?
you know there is.
100%.
Yeah, I think especially I didn't watch Fox very much this year because like I just wasn't there. A lot of the Miami games were not on there, but Greg Olson seemed like he did a pretty good job. I think I
Greg
wish they
Olson
put-
was terrible.
Yeah.
I thought they
Greg
should put
Olson was terrible.
I thought they should put Greg Olson and Tom Brady together. To be honest, see how that goes.
No,
I got a question. What do we think the over under is? Brady throws shots at the Cowboys week 1 because he's doing Cowboys and Browns week 1.
Yes, Cowboys, Browns.
What's the over under? Brady throws shots at the Cowboy fans.
I think he's going to throw shots at Joe Flacco, to be honest with you. Saying if Joe Flacco can do it, I still can do it. I'm just saying, I got a feeling.
Here's the thing is though
Damn.
I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see Tom Brady commentate because he's going to dissect the game like Romo does, but 10 times better.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. And guys, basically, do we have any other stories that we want to talk about, or do we want to end the show? It's up to you guys.
The Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl, and the Wolverines are going to repeat.
Oh, we have.
Yeah. You and what army?
So we got.
I don't know.
You're lucky one person is not watching this right now. You're lucky there's only one person in here watching us, but when it gets reposted, a lot of people are going to see this shit.
Yeah, they're gonna be commenting like crazy
What's
too.
it called? We got. I got 2 things. We got King and Queen of the Ring coming up in the next few days. It's going to be happening next Saturday.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
actually, I got a projection for that pay-per-view. I think Cody Rhodes beats Logan Paul and takes the United States title and becomes Grand Slam
I have
champion.
been hearing about that too. They're doing a title versus title match, and
He's taking the U.S. to become Grand Slam champ.
which I don't like. I don't like that because
Oh
then that's
my
basically.
god!
I don't.
You need
like
to get
it.
off
I think-
Cody's schmeckle, bro. That's
I
crazy.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Schmeckle.
Because you had. I hate to say it, but you had the opportunity to do a great match at the SummerSlam between Logan Paul and LA Knight. I thought that would have been like one of the main event matches of that night.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. My opinion on the Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul thing is very simple. It's going to pull money because it's Logan Paul and everybody knows who he is via internet.
Mhm.
They're still trying to get that international audience. It's going to be a double disqualification, and then it's not going to go anywhere again.
So
We
you
won't
think
hear
it's
about it.
DQ and then the title changes
like
hands,
that.
basically?
So
Yeah,
okay.
because I think that's why they're hyping up Logan Paul so much, is he's so well known everywhere. Like WWE,
Yeah.
WWE is obviously well known, but they have finally established their fan base over there across the seas in a lot of different places. It just kind of makes sense for them to push the Logan Paul Cody Rhodes match to put fans in seats over there. and I think it's going to be a double DQ, and we're not going to hear anything about it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so we giving hot takes. Is it before we end the show?
Well, I want to
Yes,
give a
we're
prediction.
doing hot
Yeah.
takes.
I want to give a prediction for the King. So, I think the King is going to be our boy, main event, Jey Uso. It's going to be King. He's going to be our King.
Okay.
It's just me, Oos. Yeah.
Ooh. Josh,
Hot take.
hot take of any sport.
Hot take of any sport is I'm hoping. Let's see here. Let's put it this way: the Braves will either trade for a top pitcher or sign Trevor Bauer in the next month.
Ooh. Okay, to our special guest, Detroit finest. What's a hot take? We can't hear you, Detroit. Or wait.
You want my hot take?
Yep. Give me your
Yeah.
hot take.
Jake Paul
Not the
beats
food in
Mike
your
Tyson.
mouth. What's your hot take?
What?
Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson.
I did not just hear that.
Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson. That's my hot take.
Ooh, spicy.
Mhm. Listen, I seen the weigh-ins, and as much as people want to say Mike's taking this serious, he was all smiles, giving him little stomach jabs on the stage. I don't think Tyson's
Yeah,
taking
I
it serious.
did. Well, personally, kind of going off that, Mike Tyson's literally just doing this just to make money. If I'm
Can we
being
be
honest.
honest here, though?
It's really a money
I
grab.
feel like the only reason this is an official fight is so that Jake Paul can say he finally fought someone that's not Tommy Fury.
But
That's
he, but Tommy Fury's an actual fighter, and he lost.
yeah.
That's the
So-
thing that a lot of people sleep on, and I can't stand it because you know what? We can sit here for days and talk about whether or not these cats are real boxers. But at the end of the day, at this point in Jake Paul's career, he's been practicing boxing for a long time. He's a legitimate fighter. There's not too many people who are going to get in the ring with that man. I'm talking, people who are just talking about it in general.
Nate
Not too many
Diaz,
people.
please. Nate Diaz, please.
No. I'm not saying like professional grade fighters obviously have, that's different. But a lot of these people that you just hear talking to talk, if you put them in a ring with Jake Paul, they're going to sleep.
Okay.
Like, let's be real here. The guy is training to be a professional fighter. He knows what he's doing. So
Put me in the ring with him. I'm gonna twist this schmeckle and rip it off. You know what I'm saying?
the old neck twist.
Hold on live television.
Yeah.
Do it. I'd pay to watch it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Fuck, I'll pay double. I'll host a watch party. No, I strongly believe that this is really for views, and I think Jake Paul's going to win.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Here's my hot take, ladies and gentlemen. NCAA 25 will have so many glitches that by the end of August, it'll be on sale for $19.99.
Oh
No one will like it. Nobody
No.
will like it. Nobody will like it.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Well, I
Mine
actually got my hot take. I want to drop. That was just my prediction.
Even
I
though
got
we
my
are
hot take.
giving away a free copy. I'm just saying.
All
Yeah,
right. All right,
I think
man.
I think by next year Justin Herbert will be out of Los Angeles. I think he will be traded.
Oh. That's a big
I
hot
mean,
take.
his best wide receiver is a decent wide receiver 3, so that's not a
John
crazy
Hart-
take.
John Harbaugh will have him traded either before the deadline or after the season. Either or.
I feel like if that was the route they were going to go, then he would have went ahead and picked up a quarterback in the draft, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Easton Stick. I'm not saying he's better than Justin Herbert. I'm not saying that, but he's got somebody
He can make
can
it
finish out the
doable.
season with.
Easton's not even on the team, bro.
Who's
He got
Oh,
traded?
Who's the
He's not.
backup?
Okay.
No.
So that was my
He was a
prediction.
1-year deal.
I got another hot take.
Oh, they're fucked. They're fucked.
Ooh,
I got another-
Josh is feeling sexy. He's got a hot take.
I got another
What's
hot
up?
take for y'all. This is going. Y'all gonna look at me crazy, but Tua will finish top 3 in MVP voting this year.
How many
How?
kills?
Josh, I need to know where your dealer lives at, my brother.
Okay,
And
when it
Jared
happens,
Goff
don't-
wins the Super Bowl. All right, let's keep going.
Hey, you want, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey guys, just an update on Caitlin Clark's debut right now. It is not going so hot. She's shooting 3 for 10. Threes 2 for 7. 3 throws 2 for 2.
I know. I'm trying to get off to go watch it.
She has 10 points with 8 turnovers.
Hey, I'll take the 10
Jeez.
points. I had her for over half a point because I using code that guy Josh. I bet it on Underdog today, $10.
All right. So okay, guys, shout out to our sponsors on Underdog Fantasy, and you guys can use my code, Josh's code, Mulletman's code, and Bossman's code, and also shout out to Funko if you guys want our beautiful faces on a Funko.
Oh, one more
Go
thing,
pick
Peter.
up one today.
Oh
One
my
more
gosh,
thing.
that's
And
Thinking
guys,
of a-
I want to thank
Funko.
everybody for coming in today. I want to thank Detroit Finest for taking time out of his day to join us tonight. And guys, this is a wrap.
Don't forget one
And
more thing, y'all.
see you-
Merch just came out. If y'all
Oh
need,
yeah,
if
guys,
y'all
and
want any,
merch just dropped. So guys, hit us up if you guys want some beautiful merch.
Yep.
And guys, what do we got to say to the people?
Peace out,
Pieces.
knuckleheads.
All I would like to say is thank y'all for having me on. And a Funko Pop with Mullet Man scares